From Houston Texans Training Camp, it's Coors Light Houston Texans Training Camp. Powered by Geico on Pat Booker Road. By Encira. Find out more at Encira.com. And by Muscle Milk. 1250 ESPN San Antonio. Your home for the Houston Texans.
1250 ESPN San Antonio in Houston. Our Coors Light Texans training camp coverage continues along with Dat Nguyen, former Cowboy Pro Bowl linebacker. I'm Jason Minnix with Kareem Jackson. Kareem, man, last time I talked to you was the day you were introduced here after being a first-round draft pick. Talk about how things have changed for you in the last couple of years.
That was definitely a long time ago.
Come on, you're not that old. Because I'm not that old.
Going on 4 years, that's a while ago. It changed a lot. Definitely growing as a player, and as a man, just the organization, everything, we definitely, completely turned the things around. I think my rookie year went 6-10, and to come where we are now is definitely a great accomplishment for us as a team. But for me, kind of struggled my rookie year. Things were tough, but the sun shines again. So having a pretty successful, camp. So I'm looking forward to the year.
You're talking about it. It's your fourth season coming in. Things should be slowing down for you a little bit. So what are you working on to get better at?
For me, just as a player, I like to get better in every aspect. It's never a day we can go out there and not learn something. So, I find myself learning something every day to kind of, progress my game. So, whether it's in the film room or whether it's on the field, I just want to get better in every aspect. Technique is always a must to work on. So that's one of the things that we preach day in and day out. So I'm definitely, trying to get that to a point where I can perfect it.
And you're talking about technique, and that position, the cornerback position, is just a technique position. And like today was a wet, rainy day. What do you have to work on? Because you do slip quite a bit out there. All players do, but more than anybody is a DB. What is your focus point when it starts raining like it did today?
Once it starts to rain, you definitely don't want to overextend yourself, and you don't want to get in any bad situation as far as your feet work. Where your feet are kind of too spread apart. Just kind of keep them up under yourself. Like you say, shoulder width apart. So if you can kind of keep them tight, and you may have to shorten your steps down a little bit. Once you're starting to break and stuff. But like I said, everybody slips. So maybe if you can do some of those things, you can kind of prevent it a little bit.
Kareem Jackson with us here on 1250 ESPN San Antonio. You mentioned your rookie year, you struggled a little bit, took a lot of criticism, especially being a first-round draft pick. You look at where you are now 4 years later. What did you learn, and how did you deal with that criticism that helps you today?
I just kind of took it and rolled with it. For me, I'm definitely a confident guy. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I know what I'm capable of. So, then, it was just all a matter of time to me, kind of getting a feel for things, getting acclimated to my surroundings. It's kind of just learning things here and there, picking up things that could help me, and, kind of getting rid of things that, will get me in bad situations. Like I say, I tell everybody, it's all about growth and progression, with anything, with the job, with the marriage, whatever the case may be, once you kind of do things for a while and you get used to it, and you get the hang of it, and like I say, you find some things that can help you, and you keep them and you hold on to them, and you only can get better.
You're talking about your career in your fourth season now. Every day you get to line up against Andre Johnson, and you go against a player like that. Is it easier when you go against him than when you play on Sunday? How much easier is it on Sunday for you?
It's definitely a lot easier, seeing Andre, every day, is definitely definitely a future Hall of Famer, one of the best in the game today. To see him every day and some of the things that he does, ways that he get open, if you can kind of, prevent some of those things and, kind of stop Andre from getting open a little bit in practice. He'll go out on Sundays and have a hell of a day. But like I say, he's Andre Johnson. He's been doing it for a while. He knows all the tricks of the trade. So, like I say, going against him, it'll definitely have you prepared for the game on Sundays.
I was fortunate to be with Michael Irvin and Deion Sanders. I remember they used to sit around and they'd talk to each other and ask questions. Do you ever ask Andre Johnson any question of what he's thinking and what you're doing?
Oh, definitely. I find he catch balls on me. I ask him, when I do this, what are you thinking in these situations? When you look out and you can tell, okay, what coverage we in, what are you thinking? Just as an offensive guy, as a receiver. So we definitely talk through some things and talk about some of the routes that he runs and what he's thinking about as far as looking at us, cornerbacks.
Kareem Jackson with us here on 1250 ESPN San Antonio. You talk about future Hall of Famer and Andre Johnson, but talk about the rookie, DeAndre Hopkins. This guy just seems to catch everything in practice. From a cornerback perspective, what are your impressions of Hopkins?
Big physical guy, great ball skills. He has huge hands. His catch radius is unbelievable. The guy like that, you can just put it anywhere in his vicinity, and it's almost a definite catch. So he's definitely had a great camp. Had made some great catches. Everybody saw that in the Vikings preseason game. So definitely looking forward to seeing him, do things like that all game long. So like I said, he's definitely going to be a big contribution to this team this year. As
a cornerback, if you're studying film on Hopkins right now, how would you game plan to defend him?
Guy like that, the only thing you can do is just try to get into his body. Big guy like that, you got to try to beat him out of his breaks. He's probably a little bit stronger than you, so that's the only thing. I'm probably a little quicker than him as far as smaller guys, just size wise. So the only thing you can do, if you can get a good press on him at the line of scrimmage and get into his body and try to keep him from getting into his routes. But once he gets into him, you got to try to beat him out of his breaks.
Kareem Jackson here on 1250 ESPN San Antonio. Okay, we're talking about Texans receivers. Talk about the rest of the NFL. Is there a receiver out there that when you're going against him, you're like, man, this is going to be a long day?
Honestly, no. I don't really see it as that right now. It's some great guys out there. Don't get me wrong, but I honestly, just preparing as a player, I go into every game confident, whether he catch 2-3 on me in a row, I always think to myself, man, hey, I'm going to make a play here or there, and, I'm going to pick one and go home with it or, make a couple of plays and we can, turn this thing around. But, like I say, it's some great guys out there. You got Megatron, you got Fitzgerald, you got Cruz in New York. It's great guys out there. So, like I say, I like my ability, over anybody else as far as receivers, going against each other. But hey, sometimes they gonna catch some. They get paid just like I do. So hey, just got to go on to the next play.
And you're talking about the receiver. Let's talk about the DB. Do you watch any other player and you say, man, I'm gonna try to get my game like his?
I watch a lot of guys. Just here with me, Jonathan Joseph. I watch him a lot. Definitely watch Revis a lot. Growing up, and I still find myself watching, YouTube on Dion. He's one of the probably the greatest to ever play the position. Sante Samuels, Dante Robinson, just a lot of guys. I've grown to be a student of the game, and that's what you have to be, playing at this level. So, to watch other guys and watch some of the things that they do, it's like guys play with great technique. So, I watch a lot of film. I definitely find myself watching a lot of the other cornerbacks as well.
Kareem Jackson, if I say September 14th, what does that mean to you?
September 14th?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, is that the A&M and Bama game?
Well, I say Dat Nguyen, one of the best Aggie linebackers, if not the best Aggie linebacker of all time. Of course, you're an Alabama guy. You thinking about that game?
I'm not really thinking about it right now, man, but I just tell man, Saban don't lose twice to nobody. He don't lose 2 years in a row to nobody. He never seen it done. He can't go back and think about it. In his college career, he haven't lost 2 years in a row to nobody. So it's definitely going to be an interesting game, man. Those guys, in College Station, they have, Johnny Football is a heck of a player. He's exciting to watch. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what he's going to do. And definitely, to see what my guys in Bama are going to do to stop him. So I know Saban's going to draw something up in the dirt, and no defense is going to be on point. So we're definitely looking forward to it.
And you're talking about Nick Saban. You play for Nick Saban, and Saban's a defensive-minded guy. What is something that you can share with us about Nick Saban that's unique that nobody really knows about?
As far as
anything, yeah.
I don't know. I went in his office a couple times. He has a big jar like Debbie snacks. Like a big jar like Debbie snacks. He told me one day I had to eat 2 of these and have my coffee. I'm ready to go for the day. So once I saw that, I was like, I don't feel bad about my little candy obsession then. So
That's funny. Now, you think about that game, September 14th. All the Aggies that are part of this Texans organization, starting with your head coach, I mean, all the special teams guys seem like they're Aggies. There's always friendly wagers in the locker room. You going to make extra money that week?
I don't know about extra money, but I'm definitely gonna have a lot of. Probably gonna send and try to get a box of Bama T-shirts and car flags and stuff. So if we win, you come in our parking lot, you'll see a bunch of Bama flags and Bama T-shirts. So I've already been messing with the guys like the last 2 weeks. So I'm gonna be on their case until that game. So we'll definitely have to see. We'll have to make something happen that week.
And, of course, you played at Alabama, big-time football. Everything going on with Johnny Manziel and the NCAA investigation, just your thoughts on what is happening with him right now as far as the NCAA investigating him?
Honestly, as far as being a college student, man, I know what it's like, to be in that dorm room and, just kind of, I don't want to say struggling, but those little checks may not be doing, the necessary things that you wanted to do. But at the same time, man, the guy's put on he's definitely going to be under a microscope, being the Heisman Trophy winner and, playing at the level, that he plays at. It's tough, everybody's looking at you, watching everything you do, and now today with the social media, man, it's just insane. So, some things you got to be smart about and try to avoid. But just being young and kind of growing up, it's almost certain that you're gonna make some mistakes, man. You just can't make the ones that's gonna, end your career. So, like I say, he's young. He's in college. At some point, man, you got to let these college athletes, have fun. So, at the same time, like I said, you just can't make the mistakes that's going to end your career. So, hey, hopefully he can, bounce back and, he'll have a hell of a year except for September 15th.
Yeah, good deal. Kareem, appreciate the time, man.
No problem. Thank you, guys.